Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the move, the front head flip. Head flips, kind of a fun move, especially if you do them without hands. But as a beginner, obviously do them first with hands, which is cool enough, right? The first thing what you really need is a couple of other moves. If you got them down, this move becomes very easy. So if you can do this, I don't know what's called in English, but let's say front walkover, right? You can actually go on your hands, flip on your feet like that. If you can already do this one, you can also do the head flip for sure. If you cannot do that one, but you can actually do the kip up, you can also probably easily get that head flip. And if you cannot do that one, but you got a very good and solid cartwheel, you know, you got it down pretty much. You can learn it. Now, when you first practice this, practice on grass or like something soft is never wrong, guys. You don't want to hurt yourself for no reason. But if you can't, yeah, you know, I'll explain how you can practice this, and it's kind of safe. So the first thing you really need is how to put your head down, and your head needs to be put down softly and use your hands. So when you enter, your hands, then you're gonna put a little bit of power on your hands, especially at the beginning, because later you can actually do the whole process without hands. But as a beginner, you need to sort of lessen that impact, because you don't know how to go on your head. You never want to smack your head on the floor pretty much, unless you're on drugs, right? We try to avoid this as much as possible. So you place your hands and slowly go on your head like that, right? And from there, what you want to do is you want to have the timing down when you're going to push. And you don't want to push straight away, because if you do that, you're going to kick into a handstand. But that's not the way you want to go. What you actually want to do is fall slightly to the back before you push. And by doing that, you're simply going to flip over. Now, I'm going to try to do it in slow motion. And I'll tell you when I'm going to push. So not now, not now, now. Like at the last part, you give that little push, right? Then when you push, and you push slowly, like you can put all the power in the world in it. It's not really about strength. Like b-boying, yeah, it's about a little bit about strength, but really it's more about being explosive. And this will make you go up. If I put all the power I can in my legs, and I slowly push up, I won't even jump, right? But I put all my power in it. See, that doesn't work. You need to learn how to extend in a rapid fashion. And this is actually the same. If you learn to pump fast and explosive, it will be very easy. And this is not just this. It's actually in your whole breakdance, in all the flips you do. You need to learn this. If you can do that, you will easily flip over. And in the beginning, well, eventually you can actually land standing up like this, because you're so good at it, right? But forget all that in the beginning. You want to land like this. And you also want to lean to the front like that. Even if you are in the back, try to immediately lean to the front. This will make you land. If you lean to the back, as you do this, you will fall back. And your hands actually are an important factor, that if your hands hang to the back, you will also probably, because everything has weight, and in this case it's your hands, they will pull you back. So try to think of this little stuff, guys. So when you do that head flip, lean forward as you land, and try to land like this first. After you get better, you can land standing up. Sometimes people learn stuff like this and they try to immediately do it perfectly. In my opinion, that's not even safe, because if it goes wrong one time, you're going to mess up your ankles. So try to land like low first, but as a b-boy, landing low is really not the problem. So when you do it without hands, this is a little thing you still have to learn, is put your head down softly, guys. As you stand, you want to put your head down softly. Try to learn a way to. What I always personally did was stand like we're going to take a dump, basically. So like this, right? Because now I'm very low. Then you can place your head softly, right? As you get the move down, flipping over without hands is not that hard. but jumping on your head, never a good idea in my opinion. I know that multiple people do it, and I used to do those back head flips. It's just not good for you guys, and I suggest if you can do it, great. Do it sparsely, because you don't need to practice it as you can do back flips pretty much, guys. But let's take a look how I'm going to do that front head flip, because that one's actually quite safe, right, as you got it down. And then I'll explain a little bit the back head flip, why not, but it's really not necessary. So take a look. I'm actually going to make sure as I go from like little dancing, quite low, right, flip over like that, and only using the head. So about that back one, there is a technique behind it. I personally don't do it anymore. I think it's a dangerous move, but basically, as a beginner, I also don't suggest you practice this. But if you can do the back flip, and you can do the back handspring, what you first want to do is jump on your head with the hands, without the head, so then you land on your head like that. Eventually, you can pull one hand away. But the most important trick for this is to arch your back a lot, guys. So I'm actually almost in the bridge before I jump. This will make the impact very, very light. Also, when you learn how to do it correctly and land on your head correctly, still it's not a smart move. I've seen guys jump straight from a handstand to their head. I don't know how they do it, man. That's just dangerous. That's just reckless. But the front head flip, very easy actually. And once you learn, you can always use this one. I do it multiple times in a row, and it kind of looks awesome, right? Practice this, and I'll see you next time.